Man, y'all ever go get a new phone and be like, man, this is a good promo, and then a couple months later, surprise, your bill is totally different.
But with Boost Mobile, man, it's $25 for everything. It ain't no price hikes. When I say $25 for everything, I mean $25 for everything. And it's forever. Forever, ever.
Boost Mobile is now legit nationwide 5G network. They've invested billions of dollars across the country.
Listen, visit boostmobile.com or head to your local Boost store today and tap in unlimited talk, text, and data. $25 a month forever. They ain't switching up.
That's $25 forever. Text, talk, data, no matter what, just $25.
5G speeds not available in areas after 30 gigabytes. Customers may experience slower speeds. Customers pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on Boost Mobile's unlimited plan.
Tap in, boostmobile.com.
Man, y'all better tap in $25, man, forever. Subscribe to our YouTube, Club 520. We clowning on that mother.
Just hit the button.
God.
Don't ask more questions.
Subscribe.
All right, we back. Another episode of Club 520 Podcast. Listen, it's a special episode. We got a special guest, but we got to start with a special announcement, man. New sponsor to the show, Be Here. Who fucking with us?
Man, Boost Mobile. We appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah.
Like I said before, me and the guys was talking, man, we need the Nextel chirps back, man. So
Come
what
on,
we got to
man.
do to get the Nextel chirps back, we trying to shoot a commercial for y'all for it. So
Come on, man.
tap in.
Boost
Yeah,
Mobile,
Boost
Club
Mobile.
520, we locked in. Bring back my i530 with the side button, you know what I'm saying? Change that
Yeah,
SIM card
bro.
out and things get tricky. You know the vibes? Shout out to Boost Mobile, man. Special episode. We in Vegas with it. Big three. We got a special guest. We're going to introduce him last, but to my far left, we got my dog, Bishop B, hitting out the Pearlies. How you what, Nasty?
What's happening, Nasty? Excited for this one, man. We definitely got a legend. I don't be saying legend a lot, but this is one for sure in the city for sure.
Real legend. Now, we're going to talk about the shoe game later in the episode, OG. But, you know what I'm saying? We know you keep the feast right. Nike man for sure. Black Air Force One. Have you ever seen those before?
I have. I got a couple pair.
Have you ever seen those with the white laces? Because that's his staple. That's his thing. He wear the black forces with the white
I don't
laces.
fuck with that, though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't fuck with that. But it's all good, man. You can do that, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm going all black laces, man. You got to go all black out, man. You got to black that out like it's 10 out, man. You know what I'm saying?
You see how you got that white trim in that shirt?
Yes,
that
sir.
coach's shirt?
But it'll work. It'll work.
That fit
I
a
mean,
bus.
if you get a fit with the black pants with the black
white.
white stripe on the line, you'll be cold in a motherfucker.
Oh, mine with
You
some
feel me? You
shoes.
feel me? Yeah.
I'm going to get him
What
right.
kind of what color socks you gonna go
We're going to
through?
do black. We're going to do black with the
Get
white.
it.
Yeah, we don't want
Get
to
it.
do too much.
Get
Keep it simple
it.
and plain.
Get it.
Yeah.
Get it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. We're going
Keep
to
it
tap your
safe.
manager, make sure we get GP the black ups the right way.
Nah, for sure.
To my right, my dog, Young Nacho, Young Teague. How you what?
I'm chilling, bro. We got a legend in the building, like B Hen said. It should be a good episode.
Come on, man. We
We
wait
talk
for
a
this
lot of
episode.
shit. We talk a lot of shit. It's gonna be a good one.
Yes, sir.
What shit talk we gonna do?
All of the above, man. Listen, man, we got a special guest in the building, man. One of the best to ever do it. Hall of Fame. One of the coldest, man. You know what it is. The glove GP in the building. Big dog, we appreciate you sliding on us, man.
Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all nephews with me, man. You know I'm the OG, man, but it's all good. I love all y'all, man. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? I like what y'all doing, man, because we got to get our black presence out here with all these avenues that we doing with these shows, man. We got to be the ones that make people understand that we can do other things and play sports and all that other stuff, man. We can be out on this social media and do it, and y'all do it the right way. Give a message out to this stuff, man, and let's do it, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm on here, man, because I want everybody to understand, man, we ain't just out here to be killing and all this crazy stuff, man.
Yeah.
We out here for some positive stuff.
For sure. Most definitely, man. Listen, now this show, we love, you know what I'm saying, keep the feet right. You got some of the coldest shoes in basketball history.
Facts.
I don't want to skip around, but what's that moment like when GP finds out he getting his own signature shoe?
You know what? That's crazy, man. That just means you know you're doing work.
Yeah.
You know, you're doing work when a company like Nike could come and say, look here, man, we don't want you just to be in a shoe. We want you to have your shoe.
Yeah.
And when they came at me and talking about the glove, man, and all that other stuff, and then they said they want me to be a part of making the shoe. You know what I'm saying? Usually they just give you a shoe and say, yo, this is it. They wanted me to be a part of the shoe and make it me. When I did the zipper on that thing, that's a glove. That's what you zip up and on your hand, and it fit like a glove. You know what I'm saying? So when they did that and they started giving me that opportunity, it was a big thing for me. But you got to understand, we got to represent them shoes too.
Yeah.
Man. You got to get out there and play that game the way it is. And I think they thought that they knew that I played that game that way, so they gave me my own signature shoe. But what was a good thing about it is that the shoe stuck and everybody loved it. You know what I'm saying? And I had to always think about it. What's gonna make these people keep doing the shoe? Y'all don't get it. The women love the shoe more because they can throw them down and go down with the monkey paw when I had all the different colors in it. So the women was rocking them real tough, even with the men. But it was just great to have a shoe, man. You just got to be blessed to have a shoe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Jordan can go with that. You know, Pippen can come with it.
Yeah.
Penny Hardaway can come with it. You know, Ken Griffey. But it ain't too many, Bo Jackson. Ain't too many people that got shoes, man, and do their thing. You know, LeBron and all them dudes. And in a different era. But in my era, them was the dudes that we had shoes and we was pretty cold at it.
Yeah, and to see it stand the test of time is a dope part. Because I remember my brother coming home. I had a brother 2 years older than me. Came home with him. And when you first unzip them joints, you know what I'm saying? You see the red joints on the side. It's like, I got to have him.
That was the kicker, though.
Yeah.
I hooped them in
Unzipped
Minnesota.
For real?
Yeah, I played in them in Minnesota.
Did you zip them down?
I warmed up with them down and I zipped them up.
Okay.
Yeah, I seen Jeff going on there, man. It was a pleasure to see some of the younger guys that come after me to wear my shoe, you know what I'm saying? And it'd be cool. When I seen you wearing them, I was like, shit, your young guys is fucking with me, you know what I'm saying? And they got down. A lot of people get down with my shoe, man, and it's cool. And I appreciate that, man. I always look up to the OGs too, man. And when you look up to the OGs and show respect like that, it makes us feel good. You know what I'm saying? And then we treat it another different way with the youngsters. And like I said, if it wasn't for Jeff, I wouldn't be on here. You know what I'm saying? I don't really get down with too many podcasts. I just get down with the people I love, and it's all good for that.
Nah, we appreciate it, man.
Sure.
Just to counter off that, you have any times you see somebody in your shoes like, hey, take them shoes off, nigga. Like, you can't wear my shoes like that until you put some work in.
Well, when they giving that the money to me, I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they can do it, man. You know what I'm saying? They paying for them. I'm good with it. But you think about it, you be like, nigga, you really can't get out with my shit, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool, though, you know. But it just shows homage to me. You know what I'm saying? Even when I went into the cannabis business and everybody smoking one
of my favorite strands, baby.
My strands, you know what I'm saying? I can't say, you know, don't smoke it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I can't say that. I can't say don't smoke it, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's good, man. And you look at some dudes, I'll be like, dude, you in my shoe, you ain't really getting it like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool, though, man, because they paying homage to me, man.
For sure.
And don't nobody ever grow up talking about, man, they gonna have a shoe, man, and everybody wearing their thing, man. Yeah. I came out of Oakland, California, man, in the hood, and I didn't never think that I was gonna be who I am. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I just respect everything that people get, and they respect me, and it's good, man. I just think that a lot of people look up to me the way they look up to me. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, people used to come to me and be like, man, I had your shoe when I was there. I had my mama gave my last money, man. That was my Christmas gift. I'd be like, man, golly, is that real? But it's a good feeling for me that I touch people's lives like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's great for me to hear that and see that. Yeah.
Most definitely, and especially in our community, like the sneaker thing, especially y'all grew up hooping stuff like that. No matter what you had going on, it's a special moment. Even though, you know, it's just a shoe, you just keep, you know what I'm saying, wearing to keep your feet safe. It idolized the moment for you. Right. So just for like to be an iconic moment in people's lives, that's dope as hell, man.
Yeah. And you know what I'm gonna do for y'all, man? Y'all gonna give me y'all sizes, man, and I'm gonna send y'all some of them gloves, man. They gonna be coming back out in about another year, man. I'm gonna send y'all the black joints. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
The black joints, man.
We appreciate
the real black joints.
The real black joints, man. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to do it. I'm gonna send y'all, I'm gonna gift y'all, man, them things, man. Yeah. You know, I got a lot of them here, man. With the Miami Heat ones is here, man, at my house here, man. So I got them, man. So I'm gonna gift y'all that, man. Y'all get down with them, man. It's all good.
We gonna do that.
It's a big thing, man.
Most definitely. And we're gonna get off show. Sorry, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? This GP in the building. How it is like to, you know, you had your own shoe and then you had the Jordan like PEs in Jordan. Now to see them re-release, you know what I'm saying? Like you had that flavor back then. What's that like to see that like in every avenue of the shoe, you still just killing it?
Let me tell you something. Y'all know I get at me and Jordan we Clyde here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We get at it, right? So during that time, man, it was one of them things, man, I wanted to change some stuff that I was doing. You know what I'm saying? I just got traded from the Seattle Supersonics. A lot of things was going in my mind, man. I wanted to change my life. So Nike came at me, man, and Jordan them came at me, and they came at me and Jay Kidd. They wanted to do an Oakland thing. They wanted both of us to get in that thing. I didn't really want to change shoes, but I said, man, let me try it, man. Let me see how much funk I can get in this Jordan, because he was getting big, really, really big at this time in this shoe game. And so when they came, I told them, man, the only way I'm gonna wear them is that they got to give me some funk. And they gave me some funk, man. When I went to the Lakers and the Bucks, they gave me some funk.
You had
they
some
gave me
heat.
some funk, man.
Them the only 12s I like. Oh, here we go. White ones.
I had
Them is
some funk.
hard.
Them is
I had
hard.
some funk, man.
Yeah,
And they was giving me some wave colors that was dope. You know what I'm saying? So I said, let's do it, and we did it. And I stayed for 2 years. Then I went back when I went to Miami. I went back to my thing and won the championship in my things. You know what I'm saying? So it was cool.
Most definitely. Man, I want to ask you, because we've been seeing you around, you know what I'm saying? You always around basketball, which is super dope. What's that feeling like to see your kid, like, you know what I'm saying, have a great career in the NBA?
You know what? I criticized my son so much, man. I just told him he wasn't going to be nothing, and he proved me wrong, like what my daddy did to me. Now, what's so good about this is I could be a dad. At the first time, I was thinking about myself, how I played, and I want him to play that way. Y'all got to understand, man, it's only one Gary Payton, and that's me. And I just named my son after me. That's it. So I told my son, I said, look here, man, I know you mad at me. We got into a situation where our relationship wasn't really, really cool because of that. And I just told him, look, when he made a decision to go to Oregon State behind me, that was a big deal for me, for him, because I really didn't think he was going to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I tell him all the time, I said, man, look here, don't never think you got to be like me. It ain't going to work that way. I said, if you want to be anything with me, just get your picture up beside of me and let us be two legends together.
That's hard.
If you put your picture beside of me, when I got my number retired at Oregon State, which he's going to get his retired at Oregon State, just put your picture up next to mine. And then we ain't got to say nothing. We can just say we two legends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So don't never compare yourself to me, you know, because y'all understand, I don't really know if he my kid anyway, because he got too much athletic ability than me. Shit.
athletic
That motherfucker
than a
done too much,
motherfucker,
man.
bro.
I think that's mailman son and shit, you know what I'm saying?
It's hell.
Yeah, that motherfucker be dunking on motherfuckers. So I'd be like, woo. You know what I'm saying? I say, man, I'm a layup king, nigga. You dunking. Man, I ain't trying to do all that. But he an athletic, man. But the best thing I like about my kid is that when people come up to me, they don't talk about basketball. They talk about how good of a person he is. How sweet he is and how good he is, man.
Yeah.
That makes a dad feel better, because I know I did what I did. I had to do as a parent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know I wasn't around all the time, you guys, being at all the stuff he wanted me to be at, because I was on his road doing the things I was doing and doing everything, the other things, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But as I went home, I became a parent. So when I sit in them stands now, I look at myself as being a parent.
Yeah.
It's more fulfilling for me to see him like that, you know what I'm saying, instead of a basketball player. And that's the greatest feeling, to be a dad.
Nah, for sure, man.
He
That's
is a
dope.
competitor too, though. Defense is about effort, and I don't know if that trickled down from you, because you're a great defender, but he's one of those lockdown defenders. Like, every time he subs in the game, he's going on the best player. He's gonna compete, and it's been like that since Washington.
Yeah.
When I seen him when we was on Washington, we played against him. I'm like, man, don't play with the ball around him. He gonna steal it. That's something that you like put into his head. Like, hey, you gonna make it. You gotta play defense.
Jeff, that is because he was around me so much.
Okay.
And I told him to be a two-way defender is very valuable to anybody. If you can go into a game and score 30 and then the guy score 36, that's a wash.
Yeah.
It's 6 points different. If you can go in a game and you score 30 and hold him to 20 or 16, you've won the game by 14 or 12 or 10. You feel what I'm saying? So you've done your job. So what he did was, with his long arms, he became that thing. But his mentality is that he don't have to score. He can just lock you down.
Yeah.
What I like about him is, every time he get in the game, he always tell the person, let me guard the best person on here.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about him. He guards always the best defender. I hate this game now because them dudes try to shy away from guarding the best defender when you know you the best player. So y'all both battle it out. But it is what it is. But that's what I love about him. He always want to guard the best defender.
And that's interesting you say because B. Hen just brought it up. We was talking about the playoffs, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't get the main two players on the team, even if they play the same position, going at each other now.
I miss that shit, bro.
Yeah, I miss that too in my era, man. Because you know me, if I play with Jordan, I'm gonna guard Jordan. You feel what I'm saying? I'm guarding him. If I gotta go, if when Magic was there, I'm gonna guard Magic. I don't care how big I was. I'm guarding that boy John Stockton. I'm guarding him. I'm guarding anyway Tim Hardaway. I'm guarding Kevin Johnson. I'm guarding him. I'm not straying away. I'm not straying away from them dudes. I'm going at their help. I want them to get at her. I want to get at them because I'm gonna tell you. If I get you down here, you're going to have a problem down there. Because I'm going to go at you in the offensive end.
You was good for a dub, too. You was good for 20 plus, too.
I'm always going to get it to you because I'm going to get you on the block and I'm going to tear your head off. I'm going to bag you in. I'm going to tear your dome off. You know what I'm saying?
I think people forget that about
like
you.
Barbecue chicken, like I said in the chat. If I get you in the block, man, I'm going to kill you. You know what I'm saying?
So we all made mistakes, right? But on the up to them, it's the right thing to do. But we all know degree Cool Rush deodorant. Well, last year they changed the formula and it did not go over well with the fans. Degree's whole thing, it turns up sweat and odor protection when you turn up the effort. And good thing it does because Cool Rush fans really turned up the effort to bring back the OG formula. One guy even started an online petition. And Degree, listen, they admitted they effed up and are bringing back the OG Cool Rush scent back. And it's exactly how you remember it. Cool, crisp, and fresh. It's back at Walmart, Target, and other stores for under $4. There's a reason why it's been the #1 men's antiperspirant for the last decade. It's the same reason why people are not happy when the recipe was changed. So listen, if you've never tried it, might be a good time to try. See what the fuss is about.
Head to your local Walmart or Target and try the OG Degree Cool Rush for yourself.
Like, did you post up in high school?
I didn't.
I was about to say, because I don't know how you got to play.
Jeff, let me tell you how that went down, right? 2 years in the NBA, I got drafted in 90, right? 89, 90, right? I was horrible for 2 years in Seattle. They wanted to trade me. Then they changed coaches and went to George Karl, and they brought in Tim Gergerich, who came from here, from Tark. They told us that if we don't work out with him in the summer, in Summer League, and we got to go back to Summer League, they're going to trade us. So when he went, the first thing he did, he brought me in a suite just like this. And he had 2 TVs. He had one TV that had me playing as a Sonic for my 2 years, and one TV had me playing as Oregon State. He kicked the TV down for the Sonic and said, I don't give a shit, I don't want you to play like that. I want you to play like him. Then next thing you know, I said, I'm there. I said, what do I have to do? He said, you just got to be in the gym every day. Every day I tell you. When I went in the gym, he said, I noticed something about you. You're very big and you're very athletic, and you got both hands because I'm a lefty, but I'm ambidextrous. He said, I can go both ways. He said, I want you to post up players. So he started putting me on the block, banging me, and I started working at my game. I started working at the spin. And y'all know my spin was the coldest, one of the coldest spins in the thing. I started spinning off people and filling people, and he was like, you're going to be a beast. And then that's what had happened. It started posting up people. I started fading away. I started doing jump, started going in the middle. I started kicking it out. And then he said, ain't nobody going to be able to stop you. And then I just started doing it all the time.
Man, the dope part that you said is that happened after year 2. We expect so many high draft picks to come in the league now from day one to be polished and produce. It takes time to get good in the NBA.
It takes time. Hey, everybody's not going to be good. You know what I'm saying? You come out because you got to understand everybody up here is good too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You playing against college players. With college players, how many good college players you going to play against? You're going to play against 1 or 2 every now and then. Right. And when you going to play against them in the NCAA tournament. Yeah. That's it. So when you get to here, we the same skilled as you, and we're probably even better than you. Yeah. So now you're going to work against us all the time. So how are you going to do it? How you going to be that way? And that's what it was. And then, you know, in my era, I was going against a lot of people.
Dogs.
A lot of dogs, man. Right. They had people at everything. The worst dog I ever played with and he was strong was Mitch Richmond. He changed my game because he got me away from being on the Sacramento, started putting him on me instead of point guards. And he was bigger, and he used to pound me a lot.
Strong
so he
as fuck.
made me a little bit different, and then he can come down and score.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So I was always taking the challenge to go play him, but he was wearing me down. So it was like, that's what I wanted to do, man. And I just wanted that challenge. Every day I wanted a challenge.
Who was your best point guard matchup?
John Stockton, by far. He was just a little bit more crafty. Everybody thought he was dirty, but we was just stupid. We just didn't know how to play him. It took me 6 years to figure him out. And then when I figured him out, when we beat him in the Western Conference Finals, I figured him out.
Yeah.
I figured out I can't keep doing the same thing I do with him and try to overmatch him. I got to play the same way he played. And I got to just, every time I pound him, he'll fall and take a charge. And then I start saying, no, I know he gonna think I'm gonna hit him twice, but I'm gonna hit him one time and then I'm gonna step off and then shoot a jumper in his face and do everything and then face him up and go around him. He couldn't deal with me that day. And then when I figured him out, it was a little bit different. And then, like everybody know today, I idolize him a lot. You know what I'm saying? He's like one of my best friends. And, and it was just, I really love playing against players like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it got me more of an IQ of the game.
Yeah.
I'm John Stockton, Tim Hardaway, Kevin Johnson, Rod Strickland, Mookie Blaylock, people like that I wanted to play against, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they gave me more game and made me more of a better basketball player.
Nah, for sure, for sure.
We gotta talk about Oakland. Like we said,
My hood,
yeah,
the Big Leo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
it's a lot of talented point guards come out of Oakland. Obviously, y'all had a conversation recently on another podcast, and y'all was talking about top guards in Oakland.
Yeah.
And we brung up Dame Lillard, Jason Kidd, and you. And I went with Dame. That's my class. That's the guys I grew up playing against. I think Simba said.
Simba might have.
He said J Kidd.
He said
Simba
J.
said
J.
J
Kidd.
Kidd.
He said J.
Yeah,
Kidd.
and everybody else said you.
Right.
And I seen what you said. Your response.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love for you to elaborate a little more on your response.
It made sense to me. I get it because he the OG of the shit. Yeah.
Nah, but when you really start, because obviously Dame my guy, Dame that's our guy. But
Yeah.
when you start breaking it down, like, hold on, I averaged 20 points. And Simple was over there saying like, you did.
Yeah, because people forget how you score, bro.
Yeah, what you said, people forgot how I score. People think about my defense.
Yeah.
Y'all got to understand, man, I was scoring like, for 8 straight years, I was scoring over 20 points a game.
Facts.
You feel what
That's
I'm saying? And then I was getting down, locking down people, and then averaging 8 assists and 3 steals. Got to understand that's the way the game goes. And people don't understand. I scored over like 21,000 points.
People forget that.
Everybody overscored. They overlooked that. But what I say is about my 2 youngsters, right?
Yeah.
Jay, I raised him. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to understand, Jay didn't start scoring until the end of his years, of his career, right? So if we break it down, Jay is a better passer than me.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Defender, he's not. You know what I'm saying? Scorer, he's not. But he's a great IQ guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Dame is my youngster. You know what I'm saying? We can't put Dame in that situation right now because he's not fulfilled all his things that he's done. But he's made his mark on the NBA as that shooting and scoring and stuff.
Yeah.
Dame is a little bit different to point guard than us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because his era came a little different.
Yeah.
It's
Facts.
about scoring here and now. It's not about passing the ball, getting
Facts.
other people into the game. Jason was a better rebounder than both of us. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different than what we do. Dame didn't steal the ball like we stole the ball. You feel what I'm
Facts.
saying?
That's a
so
big fact.
it's a little different than what we're talking about eras.
Yeah.
It's an era thing.
Yeah.
I get it. Everybody has their opinion about a lot of stuff. But I just say, where they from?
Yeah.
From Oakland. You feel what I'm saying? And
sure.
we breed that. And that's just the way we're different. I'm the OG. You know what I'm saying? So we did a little different. You guys didn't watch me as much, but you know who I am. You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't watch me as much.
No, we
Y'all
watched.
You
My
watch.
pop-
We a little older than him. We watch.
But
We
y'all,
understand.
it'll be like that. But it was like
He talking about overall.
y'all
Yeah.
era is like you
I'm
say.
just saying,
Dame
I
is
feel
your
like
guy.
that because I played
Played against him,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I understand that. I always tell people, It's about an era.
Yeah.
What y'all did.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like people to ask me about a GOAT. Because a GOAT ain't gonna work for me.
Okay.
Because y'all didn't play at the same time as each other played. So I can't tell you about a GOAT. You know what I'm saying? All of us was good. You feel what I'm saying?
I like
so
that.
you just think about stats. That's why people go with a GOAT. They think about stats. They say, oh, he won this many, he won that many. But did he play against him? Did he get down at him like that? No, they didn't. Then too many play against Larry Bird. One of the coldest little motherfuckers I ever seen in my life.
Indiana's finest, baby.
What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, man. You know, we didn't play against Wilt Chamberlain and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who couldn't stop Scott Hook and Wilt Chamberlain. Everybody breaking Wilt Chamberlain's records.
Yeah.
Feel me?
Yeah.
They breaking all his records. And they talk about, well, he was in the 60s or whatever. Well, he was 22, 21. Still was the same. You know what I'm saying? So we don't do GOATs here, man. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't do GOATs. So, but the point guard thing in Oakland, them three was pretty good. Us three was pretty damn good.
Y'all some of the best point guards that ever played basketball.
And and two of us is in the Hall of Fame in top 75.
Yo.
Dame is already in the top 75. He's gonna be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
We're doing a thing. You know, Dame he might score more points than both of us, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think when they go to New York and say that stuff about the point guards, you know, we got the point guards over here in the Bay and this West.
I don't think it's another. It's a trio like that.
L.A.
LA got some point guards,
LA,
but
Baron-
all
Baron-
top 75.
Baron Davis.
Baron, but I'm saying they all
James
top
Harden and
75.
Russ.
But
That's your three.
the two made the top 75. BD is my youngster.
He nice.
Which if he wouldn't have got hurt, he would have been
fire trio.
colder.
Yeah.
It would have been, you know what I'm saying? But if we'd have played them three, it would have been a battle.
Yes.
Great
You gotta
bonus.
understand,
No,
but y'all
for sure.
gotta understand though, Paul Pierce is from Oakland, California too. He was born in Oakland, California. He moved to LA.
Okay.
So we got another top.
Yeah,
75.
Paul.
Yeah, Paul. Quit that trip,
Y'all
Paul.
gotta get that. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But Paul Pierce grew up around the corner from me. I grew up with his brother and them. He moved from Oakland when he was 11. And went to LA. Yeah, ask him
Why
about
don't
it.
OG for
Ask
that?
him about
No.
it.
Thank you. I can't wait to talk to Paul
Pierce
now.
is on my I tell him.
He ain't no
He don't
LA
like-
boy.
He ain't no LA boy. He grew up. He was born in Oakland. He's born in Oakland and left when he's 11. So let me break it down to y'all. That's where the game go. You feel what I'm saying?
game,
So we got a lot of top 75s and Hall of
Yeah.
Famers. You know what I'm saying?
So you was
in
the
this
OG.
game.
Who like showed you the way coming up in Oakland? Like who put the ball in your hands?
My daddy, really, man.
For real?
You guys, my daddy coached everybody we talking about. Everybody. Every one of these guys, y'all we talking about, my daddy coached them and touched hands on them. Yeah. So they brought me into that. I really idolized George Gervin, who is my stepdad now, like my step pops to now. But as coming up in the hood in Oakland, my daddy was the one who put hands on me and touched me. You know, and he touched a lot of them. He coached Jay, you know. Dame came a little too later because he was in a later but he played against my daddy and my daddy's teams and stuff like that.
Damn.
But that was it. You know, you got to understand, we had B. Shaw, we had Antonio Davis, we had Greg Foster,
AD.
we had all of them, Cliff Robinson. We
Hey,
had
man.
a lot of players. Y'all forgot Bill Russell was from Oakland. Paul Silas is from Oakland.
R.I.P.
We done had a lot of basketball players. that
Yeah,
could get
yeah,
it,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what the dope part about
There.
that is? That's kind of like how his pops is.
Yeah.
Coach Teague in the city, bro.
And
Everybody
I
that came
heard,
through that system.
I heard about his dad a lot, man. He reminds me of my dad a lot. Your dad reminds me of my dad a lot.
Coach everybody, man.
Literally,
coach
coach
everybody.
In
Coach
some form or
everybody.
fashion.
Coach
Train the
everybody.
nigga or something.
Did something with him. And my daddy did the same thing. So but you know, it wasn't just about basketball. My pops used to go around the schools and he see dudes shooting dice over there. They used to say, "Oh, there go my daddy's. There go Mr. Payton's white Escalade or whatever.
Yeah.
Man, let's jump over the fence and get up out of here, man, because he gonna get at us." You know what I'm saying? My daddy put life in a lot of people, man.
Yeah.
He taught them how to cook. He taught them how to do other things, and that's what I thought about why I went into coaching now.
Yeah.
Why I coach the young guys now, because I want to make them men. Everybody ain't gonna make it in basketball or a profession. They gotta understand that their life is more than sports. Their life is everything, because they're gonna be a parent at one time too.
Oh,
You feel me?
facts. Yeah.
And you gotta raise somebody.
Yeah.
And that's what I
100%.
always tell them. And that's why I got into coaching, because I want to tell them that and understand that. You can't always be who you want to be, but you can be who you want to be in a different world, in a different aspect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could be a lawyer, a doctor, or whatever, and make an impact on anybody's life. And we got to understand that. Yeah.
And that's what Jeff Teague as well. Big him up. He coaches our alma mater. You know what I'm saying? So the impact you have on them kids, not even from a basketball standpoint, just to show like, hey, you can be something in life, or you can move, like you can have these morals and be successful in other avenues. Is very important because we don't got that much representation in our community.
Absolutely. And that's what we got to always be big on. When my daddy gave it to me, I think God told him to pass it on to me and keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to catch these young kids, because this mental health stuff is really killing us right now.
Yeah.
They don't know how to respond to people and say, yo, I know you're helping me. Let me let you help me. Let me tell you about my situation, because I can get a lot of these kids out of their situations and get them into some help programs and do the things that they have to do. But you have to give them some support, because none of them really grew up like that. They only grew up with a mama.
Facts.
Me and Jeff grew up with a daddy.
Yeah.
See, our daddy was a big part in our life. Most of the people didn't grow up with a pops like that. So we got to understand that. And most of my guys who I dealt with didn't grow up with daddies like that. They grew up with mamas where they can go on the streets and do whatever they wanted to do any time in their life. And my daddy was there to take responsibilities for them. So we have to understand that. So we got to give them that support. Got to give it to them.
That's a
Most
fact.
definitely.
I definitely want to ask you too. Shawn Kemp from our state. He's in Indiana. You know what I mean?
Alcourt, Indiana.
Indiana.
Alcourt, Indiana.
Real Indiana.
That's where he's from.
Nah, for sure.
The Rain Man.
You know, I know all of us want to ask you, man, how was that playing with him, man? Like, that was crazy.
That was a
seeing
crazy duo on NBA Jams.
What? Iconic.
NBA Jams turned this out.
Nah, real shit. Real shit.
Hey,
Man.
listen, man. Let me tell y'all about that. Everybody talk about this Lob City. No disrespect to CP and them and all
Blake
that.
and
Man, we
DeAndre.
was the first ones with Lob City. Me and Shawn was the first ones to get it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Playing with him for 7 years was amazing. Me and him are partners now in the cannabis business and all that stuff now. I see Shawn on a regular basis, man. And playing with him and becoming a friend with him is more important than that.
Yeah.
That's how a chemistry comes together. And that's how we did it. And people just don't understand. I think, and I always tell Shawn this, I said if we wouldn't have got our ego messed up and his ego messed up, if he would have stayed with me more years, he'd be a Hall of Fame by now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because
facts.
we'd have made a bigger dynasty than what we did. We were one of the greatest duos to ever play with each other.
My mama.
And what I think, and I'm trying to get him in the Hall of Fame now for what he's done with me. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I just think I had a blessing to play with a person with that much talent, because I can just throw the ball up to him and he would go get it anywhere. But people don't understand how good he was with the basketball and shooting in the mid-range game and his back to the basket. He was a beast. You know what I'm saying? And so people didn't really understand that about how much freak ability he had.
Yeah, man.
You feel what I'm saying? He had a freak ability that nobody really knew that he had. But if you see it every time y'all watch our highlights or all our games, he did some stuff that was so incredible to me, man. I used to be like, wow. You know, I'm playing with this dude.
Oh, we used to
And
see
that's
them
what-
lobs you doing.
Yeah. He used to always tell me, man, give me a challenge today, man. Throw it somewhere where you don't think I'm gonna go get it, and I'll just
crazy.
throw it up there and he'll go get it. Yeah.
Was that instant chemistry, though? Like,
It was.
with him?
It was.
Yeah.
What happened was in '89, I was in college and he was just coming out, right? And Sonics drafted him, and they wanted a point guard. And then Bernie Bickerstaff seen me, and he said, "I think this is the kid that we gonna get." So he started telling Shawn to watch me, and Shawn started watching me. Then I was in college. They hit me every now and then they didn't have a chance to get me at all. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, they fooled around and didn't make the playoffs and then got in the lottery. And their balls was a chance of what Dallas was this year. Damn. To get the Cooper Flagg stuff.
Oh,
So
shit.
their chances was 12% to get the number 2 pick or the number 1 pick. And they fooled around and got the number 2 pick.
Wow.
Oh, so you had the script. Okay.
And I knew I wasn't going to go no lower than 1 or 2. And New Jersey wanted me, but they wanted a point guard and a big man. And Derek Coleman was coming out.
Yeah.
And then Kenny Anderson was going to come out next year. So I went and told them, don't draft me. You can get Kenny the next year. So I wanted to go to Seattle. So and then they drafted Derek Coleman, and then I went number 2 to Seattle.
Yeah.
See, so he was a part of the bullshit early.
Yeah. That draft, man. That shit ain't real, bro. Ain't no way Dallas get that pick, man.
That is crazy.
It happens, man. Listen. Hey, man, they crucified my boy Nico, man. Man, because he traded Luka, man. But then all of a sudden, the bad luck went even worse when they made all them injuries. And then all of a sudden, bing, bang, bang, the lottery hit. Bingo long. I went into one of them old crazy liquor stores, man, and paid $10 and got a lottery ticket. And what I do, I hit for that billion. You feel me? And got the boy. And got that boy.
Facts.
Man, listen, that's one of my favorite NBA moments, man. When they showed that draft room, like, yes, I'm like, they cheated, man. Ain't no way it's supposed to happen, bro.
There's no way, bro.
Ain't no way it's supposed to happen,
No
man.
way.
Bingo long. I knew he was going to a whack team. It was a team that was going to be losing, and all of a sudden I said, man, you hit the lottery.
Man,
you
what?
at the lottery and hit the lottery.
And then those teams are at the bottom of the lottery.
No, their chances were 0.
Oh yeah, I know, but facts.
Do
They
you
weren't supposed
understand? They
to
was
get
at
it, bro.
0.8
Man,
for
that is-
Dallas to get that pick.
Man,
You
that's
understand
crazy.
me?
They went to the finals last year.
That wasn't supposed
They
to
was
happen.
in the finals. They lost to Boston. You feel what I'm saying? So
Poor Utah Jazz.
it is what it is.
man.
But you know what? I feel for my boy Jay Kidd as a head coach. Love it. And then I feel for Nico, man. Nico was my rep at Nike.
Yeah.
That's like a little brother to me, man. He always looked up to me like that. So I feel for him because what he took. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand. He's the president and general manager. He can't make them calls on his own.
No way.
Our owner has to make that call. He can't just say, I'll make the call because he's gonna get fired. So all you fans out there messing at him like that, get up out of here with that. It wasn't his call, man, to make that decision. He made a decision on what he was told to do or what it was supposed to be done, and that's what they did. So I'm happy for him. What's going to happen, you get Kyrie back after this injury, man, which he'll probably come back in January or something like that, and they'll be rolling. They'll make a thing. AD come back, what it is, get all the guys, get healthy, because if their whole team get healthy, it's going to be a beast.
Yeah.
Dallas going to be a
good.
beast.
Facts.
Speaking of the finals, we all watched The Last Dance. I want to ask you on this show, how did it feel knowing you going to the finals against Michael Jordan?
In '96, that was great, man. You remember I got on cover of Sports Illustrated saying Mission Impossible. I had just won the Defensive Player of the Year, first point guard to ever do it, and it was just something. What people didn't know, I got hurt. I tore my calf muscle, and I really couldn't move. What I did was I went in there and they found a solution. They found a little miracle thing to do. It got my leg better. I wrapped it up a little bit, and then all of a sudden, it's a miracle. You know what I'm saying? So then I started playing, and I started feeling better and better and better. Then we got down too much, and then I just started saying, let me guard him. And he was averaging 33 at the time, and then I started making it a pest for him.
Christ.
I started making it a pest for him, and then I broke it down to 23. And then what coaches do, they knew I started becoming a problem. So they had to solve the problem. What do? You solve the problem. So Jordan was taking it personal with me, which I wanted to happen. And then, Phil Jackson said, nah, let me put somebody bigger on him and distract him and make it a problem for him. And he put Pippen on me. And Pippen is a bigger player than me. He was 6'7". He's mobile. He was there, and it was taking a toll on me. It took a real toll on me to try to score and guard Jordan at the same time. And it took a toll on me. Yeah. And then by the time the sixth game came, we had broke it down to 3-2. The sixth game came on, I got a little fatigue. You know what I'm saying? And they took us out. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. They just took us out of the game.
But it was just good bump for Who fans to see that. Like, that's a hell of a matchup. like to hold your own against one of the players that we called to go. Like you said, in that situation, that just got to be dope for you in that moment. It's just like, I'm here.
You know what? It was easy for me because of my mindset. I thought it was always, I wanted to play against them all the time. You remember they were 72-10.
Yeah.
We were 64-18. Y'all forgot that. We were the number 2 team in the league at the time. And we beat them out of that 10. So it was like, I just wanted the competition, man. I just wanted to play the best. You know what I'm saying? I don't stray away from nobody, man. When I played, my daddy always told me, man, if your leg ain't broken and it ain't off, get on the floor and get it. And that's what I did. I just went and got it. And he was always the one to take the competitive to me, and I loved it. Yeah.
Well, how did you respond when you see him laugh? Like, I know you you probably was laughing too.
I laughed right back. I said it is what it is. I wouldn't even respected him if he didn't say that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even respected him to say anything like that unless.
Yeah.
Because it's his documentary.
Yeah, of course.
Get it?
Yeah.
I don't care, man. We all knew what the game was and how it was. Whoever, whatever, is good. We knew what it was.
Nah,
For sure, man.
Listen, man, OG, we are honored, man. We appreciate you pulling up on us, man. It's been a pleasure. Listen, man, we can't wait. You got some things in the works, man. We can't wait to see if that happens, man. We ain't gonna say too much, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. You know, I got it all getting it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get it, man. Anytime y'all want me on this 520 club, I'm with y'all, man. Do a club 520, man. Y'all doing a great job. I told y'all I respect y'all to the fullest, man. This is what I want to see in young guys like y'all, man. Get it, man.
That.
Do what y'all want to do, man. And then always, man, set a mark for yourself, man.
Yes,
Always when you lead, so especially with you, Jeff, you play in the league, do your thing, man. Keep doing this with your boys. Hook it up, man. Do it. Anytime y'all need me, holla.
You know what time it is. Shout out to Boost Mobile, Club 520. We out.
We out.
appreciate it.